Can a robot become part of someone's personal life? That is the question UBTech is now trying to answer with UWORLD U1. Until now, most humanoid robots were judged by physical ability. Could they walk better, lift more, balance faster, or work longer inside factories? But U1 is different. It is not built around strength. It is built around presence. UBTech designed it with lifelike skin, human faces, emotional AI, memory, conversation, and the ability to respond without waiting for commands. At the launch in Shenzhen, the company showed more than 50 human-like robots on stage and framed the entire reveal around love. This was not just another robot announcement. It was China's clearest signal that humanoids are moving from workplaces into private life. On June 30th, 2026, UBTech held its global launch event at the Shenzhen International Convention Center, and the theme was, "Love is Eternal." That phrase made the launch feel different from the start, because UBTech was selling the idea of a robot that could bring emotion, memory, and companionship into daily life. The stage had a purple-blue cosmic LED backdrop, giving the reveal a futuristic feeling. Then, over 50 full-size, hyper-realistic humanoid robots appeared under the lights, with male and female designs, different bodies, faces, and styles. Some wore wigs, outfits, makeup, glasses, and accessories, while the audience recorded the scene like a luxury runway reveal. UBTech also gave the flagship designs real names: Lingai Nix for the male version and Xiaoyu Una for the female version. The product behind that launch is the UWORLD U1 series, a consumer full-size ultra-bionic humanoid robot line made for companionship, emotional care, and basic life support. UBTech is mainly aiming this robot at single individuals and empty nest seniors over 60. China has more than 90 million adults living alone and 118 million empty nest seniors, which means millions of people spend long parts of the day without regular company. U1 is UBTech's attempt to build a robot for those quiet daily moments, where conversation, memory, reminders, and emotional support can matter as much as physical help. This gives UWORLD a different identity from UBTech's Walker series, which is used more in industrial, commercial, and service settings. Walker shows UBTech's engineering side. UWORLD shows its push into personal robotics. The design is where U1 starts to feel different from most humanoids. UBTech covered the robot with soft silicone skin, realistic hair, eyelashes, outfits, accessories, and makeup options. The company offers more than 50 appearance styles, so buyers are choosing a look and identity. Heights range from about 5'3" to 6'1", 1.60 to 1.85 meters. The full-size male model stands about 6 feet, 183 centimeters, and weighs around 93 pounds, 42 kilograms, while the female model stands about 5'6", 168 centimeters, and weighs around 78 pounds, 35.2 kilograms. Inside, U1 carries 88 degrees of freedom, powered by UBTech's own servo joints. A dual-pivot biomimetic neck helps the robot turn, tilt, and hold eye contact naturally. UBTech says U1 can recreate up to 90% of basic human movements, including sitting, standing, gesturing, and walking on flat floors. Its movement is still limited for stairs, cooking, cleaning, and heavy home tasks, so the strongest part remains close-range interaction and gentle human-like presence. The most important part of U1 is the emotional AI behind the interaction. A companion robot cannot feel believable if every exchange works like a normal voice assistant. UBTech says U1 runs on an emotion-aware large language model designed for long-term companionship. And according to the company, it can recognize more than 20 fine-grained emotional states with over 90% accuracy. Small cameras inside the eyes help the robot track eye contact, facial movement, micro-expressions, and the way a person reacts during conversation. So U1 is reading small signals from the face, the eyes, and the moment around it. U1 also uses a proactive care engine, which allows wake-word-free interaction. That means the robot does not always need to wait for a fixed command before it responds. If it notices the right context, it can begin interacting on its own. Over time, it builds memory around habits, routines, preferences, and emotional patterns. UBTech calls this Agent Memory OS, giving the robot a longer understanding of the person it lives with. There is also a dual brain architecture inside. One part handles fast replies in about half a second, while the other supports deeper reasoning through larger AI models. UBTech says speech-to-lip delay has been reduced to under 20 milliseconds, so the mouth movement can match the words. But a robot like this also raises a serious trust problem. A companion robot inside the home could learn faces, voices, routines, mood changes, emotional patterns, and private conversations. That is extremely personal information. UBTech says U1 uses a 3-layer privacy setup built around local-first processing, minimal cloud use, and user-controlled hardware safeguards. The company also says emotional memory is stored locally with encryption, so the robot's most sensitive understanding of the user stays closer to the device. People may like the idea of a robot that remembers them, but they also need to know where that memory lives, how it is protected, and who can access it. So how much does this kind of companionship cost? The U1 series comes in 3 tiers. The U1 Lite starts around $17,600. The full-body U1 Pro costs around $25,000. The top-end U1 Ultra reaches about $146,000 for the premium male version and around $130,000 for the premium female version. That puts U1 deep into luxury territory, but demand is still surprising. By launch day, UBTech said orders had already passed 13,361 units across all channels. The company wants to complete more than 10,000 deliveries this year, with first shipments expected around mid-September. CEO Zhou Jian said that at scale, a complete robot could be built in around 8 minutes. Even if many orders are refundable deposits, people are curious enough to put money down. Now U1 has to face real buyers, real homes, daily use, maintenance, expectations, and long-term emotional value. UBTech is only one part of this wider shift. Across China, several robotics companies are building humanoids that focus on realism, emotion, and social interaction in different ways. Some are chasing full-size companionship. Some are trying to make touch feel more natural. Others are focused only on the face and expression. The next robot, DroidUp's Moya, takes the most physical route by making the robot feel warm and alive when you touch it. Moya comes from a Shanghai startup called DroidUp, also known as DroidUp, founded in 2021. The robot is built for emotional connection, elder care, healthcare, education, hospitality, and research. The main idea behind Moya is biomimicry, copying how a human body moves and feels. It stands on DroidUp's Walker 3 bipedal skeleton, a platform family connected to its earlier walking robots. Around that skeleton, DroidUp uses a lattice muscle structure and tendon-assisted actuators, giving Moya a softer and lighter movement style closer to human motion. DroidUp claims Moya reaches 92% human-like walking accuracy and can move up to 0.83 meters per second, or about 1.9 miles per hour. That is a calm walking pace, made for flat indoor spaces where safety, balance, and smooth movement matter more than speed. Moya stands about 5'5", 165 centimeters, and weighs around 71 pounds, 32 kilograms, which keeps it lighter and less intimidating around children, seniors, and care environments. The most memorable feature is the skin. Moya uses synthetic silicone skin with heating elements that keep the surface between 32 and 36 degrees Celsius, close to human warmth. That one detail changes the feeling of touch. A cold handshake instantly reminds you that you are touching a robot, while warm skin can make the moment feel softer and more natural. Under the skin, layered materials copy the feeling of fat and muscle around a ribcage-like frame. Moya also has around 100 total degrees of freedom, with about 40 dedicated to facial blending and expression. That allows blinking, eyebrow raises, nods, soft smiles, and subtle reactions. Full-body tactile sensors help the robot understand touch and support safer interaction. DroidUp also describes an amygdala AI framework, which works like an emotional awareness layer. It helps Moya notice stress, fatigue, voice tone, body language, and context without a direct command. DroidUp's cerebellar-style control model helps the robot walk, gesture, and react together. Moya runs for around 6 hours on a charge, with pricing near $173,000, limited pre-orders expected in late 2026, and a first batch of only about 50 units. Its biggest promise is realism through warmth, touch, movement, and expression. Then there is AheadForm's Origin F1, which takes a smaller but important path. Origin F1 is a desktop ultra-bionic humanoid head and bust built for direct face-to-face emotional interaction. AheadForm's idea is simple but powerful. If AI is going to feel present, it may need a face. Origin F1 brings virtual characters, AI personalities, and digital IP into physical space, so people are not only speaking to a screen or a voice, but to something that can look back. Origin F1 has 26 degrees of freedom across the head, eyes, and facial modules, supporting blinking, gaze control, expressions, head turns, and speech-driven motion. The character skins are modular, using 3D reconstruction and biomimetic skin to create different faces, identities, and personalities on the same platform. It also combines vision and voice through face recognition, visual tracking, speech recognition, natural dialogue, and emotional feedback. In simple terms, Origin F1 works like a physical face for large language models and vision language models. Its strongest use cases are companionship research, entertainment IP, exhibitions, brand reception, and interactive displays. Step back, and all three robots are pointing toward the same bigger shift. UBTech U1 is testing whether emotional companionship can become a real consumer category. Moya is pushing realism through warm skin, soft movement, and human-like touch. Headform Origin F1 is showing how much power a simple face can have when AI starts looking back at us. Together, they show humanoids moving toward memory, expression, identity, and emotional presence. The question is not just what these robots can do, but how close we are willing to let them come. And that brings us to another update in this week's robotics news, where humanoid robots are not just entering factories, but also stepping into classrooms. The robot is part of RealBotics' M-Series line, the same kind of human-facing robot design behind the company's realistic robots like Area and Melody, which got major attention at CES for their lifelike faces, eye contact, and human-style conversation. But now, this technology is moving from tech shows into education. A New York school district is testing the robot with students as a physical classroom assistant standing in front of them. The M-Series robot is built for face-to-face interaction. It uses natural language processing, expressive facial movement to respond in a way that feels closer to speaking with a person. Students can ask questions out loud, join classroom discussions, and receive spoken answers from a robot that is actually present in the room. That is what makes this different from normal AI tutoring software. The AI is not hidden inside a laptop. It has a face, a body, and a classroom presence. The rollout starts small, but the plan is already clear. The first group will be high school students taking AI and robotics courses. RealBotics wants to expand the program to around 500 high school students by fall 2026. Behind the robot is the software that makes it useful as a teaching assistant. That software is called Optio, RealBotics' AI tutoring platform. Optio can reinforce concepts, support one-on-one tutoring, and help students with homework. It can also support students in multiple languages. Instead of giving every student the exact same explanation, Optio can follow a learning path based on the student's own pace. The important part is that Optio is trained on the school district's approved curriculum. That means the robot is not supposed to pull random answers from the open internet. The lessons are built around material the district already trusts. The deployment of robots is not stopping inside classrooms. Some robots are now being tested in places where they may be needed the most. One of those places is firefighting, where human crews often have to enter smoke-filled rooms, unstable buildings, chemical zones, and high-temperature industrial sites. Deep Robotics is now pushing into that area with its Pulse firefighting robot dog. This is a quadruped robot designed to move closer to the danger while firefighters stay at a safer distance. The purpose is simple: send the robot toward the fire first, use it to understand the scene, and give crews a way to attack the flames without immediately putting people inside the most dangerous zone. What makes Pulse different is the way it fights fire. It does not depend only on continuous water spraying. Instead, it uses pulse-based fire suppression. The robot fires short and powerful bursts of compressed air and extinguishing agents directly at the fire source. This makes the attack more focused. It can reduce water waste and may also limit extra damage around the fire. That kind of precision can be useful in warehouses, factories, chemical areas, and tight urban spaces where spraying more water is not always the best answer. The robot dog is built on Deep Robotics X30 quadruped base. That base is made for rough and dangerous environments. It can climb industrial stairs with slopes up to 45 degrees. It can move across uneven ground and step over obstacles taller than 20 centimeters. The X30 also carries sensors that help it work in low visibility. It uses LiDAR, infrared cameras, depth cameras, and visual sensors to understand the area around it. These sensors help the robot move through darkness, smoke, harsh light, and changing conditions. While it moves, it can build 3D maps, detect obstacles, and plan safer paths. Deep Robotics also improved endurance with up to 25% more battery life than the previous model. Its quick-release battery can be swapped within seconds without tools. That matters because emergency work cannot stop again and again for charging. In the bigger picture, this robot is not replacing firefighters. It is giving them another tool to reach dangerous places before humans have to step in. And while robot dogs are being built for dangerous emergency zones, humanoid robots are also entering some of the toughest industrial environments on the factory floor. One of the biggest examples is inside battery manufacturing, where heavy parts, long shifts, and repeated handling are part of the job. CATL, the world's largest power battery maker, has now deployed Galbot S1 on its own battery production line. Galbot S1 is a heavy-load humanoid robot built by Chinese robotics developer Galbot. The robot is being used in CATL's battery module and battery pack production, which means this is not just a simple lab test. It is a humanoid robot working inside a real factory environment. The purpose of Galbot S1 is clear. It is designed to handle repetitive and physically demanding factory work. Battery production involves moving parts, picking materials, and supporting assembly steps across long work cycles. These jobs need strength and accuracy because even a small mistake can slow down the line. Galbot S1 is built to take over some of that heavy handling and reduce physical strain on workers. The robot can carry a dual-arm payload of 110 pounds, 50 kilograms. That gives it enough strength to move heavier production materials that are not ideal for people to handle again and again during a full shift. Instead of being limited to light object picking, Galbot S1 is aimed at real industrial work where payload matters. S1 can run for up to 8 hours using CATL's battery technology. That brings it close to a full factory shift, which is important for real production work. A robot that needs to stop too often becomes less useful on a busy line. In the bigger picture, Galbot S1 shows how humanoid robots are starting to become part of factory infrastructure. The goal is not only to show that a robot can move, the goal is to make it strong enough, stable enough, and reliable enough to work beside people on real production lines,